出色嘅精英騎師鼓掌 ，Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for our magnificent jockeys. Has anyone seen Andrew? He's run off. Left me here, but for a very good reason, because he's going to chat with James McDonald and Andrea Adzini very shortly. Andrew.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, James, who featured a couple of times in that video there. James, great to have you here this evening. Flying visit, just here for the weekend?
Yeah, absolutely. Just flew in and head back out Monday.
You're there on Sunday, but you're not riding?
Yeah, we'll throw some pushies around, and Romantic Warrior will be well supported. So.
Yeah. Well, great to have you here this evening anyway. I mean, this year, even by your very own high standards, has been quite remarkable. Start off in Australia. Cox Plate, baby. Looked like you enjoyed that one.
Yeah, we did for sure. It was a very special day. It was just one of those races where just everything went really well, and I was on a superstar that day, and he performed really, really well. And obviously, he had to overcome so many hurdles to get that victory. It was well documented that quarantine was tough, and he was good enough to do it.
And I certainly don't want to brush over the domestic success that you had here in Hong Kong as well, but Japan would have been something else again, wouldn't it? Just a completely different experience. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was exceeded all expectations. Probably the most warm reception I've ever received for a horse. It was just incredible how the fans really got behind Romantic Warrior that day, and they were just supporting him above and beyond, and obviously they would love their own to win, but I really felt it that day, and it took a long time to come back and embraced it, and yeah, he's just a superstar, and he deserves all the accolades he gets.
How important do you think he is, Romantic Warrior, to world racing, for a genuine domestic superstar to go out and travel and win these big races abroad? What does that mean, do you think, for a horse like him?
Well, it just shows nothing's impossible, is it? Hong Kong horses, they punch well above their weight. We see it in the international races in December this year. But for a horse to travel, to overcome so many hurdles, and to win in 3 different countries was quite remarkable. It's obviously a credit to Danny and his team, because they've kept him up a long time. But it just shows Hong Kong horse, when you've got a good one, you deserve to travel, and they'll hold their own anywhere.
Yeah, and credit to Peter Lau as well, for he mapped out this time last year, was talking about what they do. I think they've already potentially talked about a Triple Crown next year. I don't know, but whatever it might be, I'm sure it'll be exciting.
See what the boss says.
But with that in mind, and I'm just thinking out loud here, but all the planning and everything that goes into preparation for an overseas trip or the day-to-day, if you lived here, wouldn't it be easier, you know, with even trials and track work and... It was just, you know...
I thought that one was coming, but anyway. I'll be here in December.
Right, okay, all right, that'll do. Well, James, fantastic. Thank you for coming tonight. Real pleasure to have you here, and best of luck for next season as well, whatever it might hold.
Cheers, thank you.
James McDonald, ladies and gentlemen, and Andrea Adzini. Andrea, jump in here as well to join us too. Welcome back. Great season for you on your return. I suppose about 10 years, was it, since you were here last, give or take? What were the factors that made you make the decision to come back, and what's changed either for you personally, your development and racing here in Hong Kong since you were last here?
When I first came to Hong Kong, it was in 2014, and I was obviously 10 years younger, and it was a bit of a shock to the system for me. It's only 22, 23, so I wasn't really prepared for Hong Kong at the time, and obviously 10 years on, I gained a lot more experience worldwide, not just professionally, in life in general. So when the Hong Kong Jockey Club approached me last summer, and they obviously asked me if I was interested to come back to Hong Kong, and I wasn't expecting it, and it's like any decision in life, you never know whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision until you've actually done it. And 11 months on now, it was definitely the right decision to make, and I'm glad to be here.
Did you set yourself any targets, when you came back, in terms of what you wanted to achieve, and have you equalled them or surpassed them even?
I didn't set myself any targets because I didn't know Hong Kong racing is a very different style to the European style of racing. So for me, it was something new, and I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't come to Hong Kong thinking just because I've done so well. I wouldn't say so well. I've done okay everywhere else in the world.
You've done very well.
I wasn't expecting to just people to serve it on to me. So I just came here trying to work hard and trying to let my riding do the talk. And I must say, if it wasn't for the trainers and the owners that gave me the support, I wouldn't have had the season I've had. And you know, it's like anything, you've got to work hard for it, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah,
48 winners, it's a great result. I know you didn't win the race, but the Hong Kong Derby this year was incredible. You must have gone through a whole range of emotions with Car Young Generation, from ecstasy to agony, I assume. But it really did, your ride sort of really set the race up to be what it was. It must have been an extraordinary experience.
It was, and you know, I was very lucky to land on a horse on my first season, like Car Young Generation. These horses are very difficult to find, and to be honest with you, to be in the front, you know, 300 meters out, 400 meters out, be 4 or 5 lengths clear, you know, ahead of the field. When I looked up the screen, I thought, I'll be quite honest with you, I thought I had it in the bag, because I knew Cain, I knew he would stay very well, and the way the track was riding that day, it was sort of suiting horses up with the pace. So, you know, he ran a great race. You know, credit to the winner. He's obviously a very good horse, and but yeah, it was good, but you know, it was a little bit heartbreaking. If you said to me before the race he finished third in the Derby, I probably would have took it. But after the race, you know, when you look at the screen and I thought I had it in the bag, it's a little bit upsetting, but it is what it is. We can have another go again next year. Absolutely.
We're getting towards the end of the season now, and Hong Kong obviously different to the European season that you're used to, as you get an actual break here for, you know, physically and mentally as well. So you'll be looking forward to the off season, a chance to recharge, or you going back to Europe to ride?
No, I'm actually, obviously, because I came to Hong Kong at the beginning of the season, but don't forget I was racing since January. I was January, February, March. I was in between Dubai and Bahrain, and then sort of end of March until before I came to Hong Kong, I was racing every single day in UK, and then I landed in Hong Kong, Barra trials, and then straight into it. So. You know, I've had a it's not just Hong Kong seasons, I was coming from a UK season too. So I'm looking forward to a nice break and spend some time with my family back at home in Italy, which I don't get to do as much, especially in the summer. And riding, there's a very good chance I'll probably have a few spins before I come back to Hong Kong, just to get my fitness up and ready for next season.
Yeah, well, best of luck in trying to get to the 50 winners on the weekend, and you can roll straight into the Euro final as well. I forget who's playing now. It's Italy didn't make it in the end.
No, they were gone a long time ago. Okay. So.
All right. Thank you, Andrea. All the same. Best of luck. Thank you. And I'm joined here down on the floor by the man we just heard from there in the interview, and Pierre Rung. Pierre, firstly, congratulations on an amazing season. Whatever happens on Sunday, I'm sure you're very proud, or you should be very proud of what you're achieving. You talked about in that video about the trainers that you'd worked with and how much you'd learned from them. But what about the horses that you've worked with over that time with John Size, Paul O'Sullivan, Francis Loy as well, the likes of Golden 60? What did you learn from horses like that that made you so successful so quickly, do you think?
Well, first of all, of course, Golden 60. No one will forget him. Tonight, when he get the 4th time champion Mala, well, I was cheering there, and I'm so happy for him. We just had to be very precise. He's a fragile horse. You need to look after him well every day. Schedule and planning him from Francis is brilliant, and jockey feedback that come as well. So that's what makes the whole thing works, I think.
And who do you have around you, your support team, that give you the freedom, whether it's personally or professional, to succeed the way you have as well? I'm sure your father was a very important influence on you growing up, and still now probably.
I'll say the previous stables I worked for, like John Size, Paul Sullivan and Francis Loy, or even my father, You just need to get a balance from them, try to get the most out of them, try to become the best out of them four.
We've celebrated quite a bit tonight with the international success of Hong Kong horses abroad, and you've very quickly been taking your horses to travel already. What is it that drives that determination for you to be on the world stage? And are there any specific races or meetings that you're looking to target in the short or long term?
Well, it all depends on the horse, what horse you get. Definitely, in Asia area, will be priority first for travel. Hopefully, we can get one or even achieve to having an overseas winner next season. For the first year in training, we went to Dubai, we went to Korea. We just get the experience, what others trainers like in all over the world. That what brings us the second year. So hopefully in the third year we can achieve more out of Hong Kong.
And a couple of years ago we had another very tight battle for the title race between John Size and Frankie Law, master and pupil. And I'm sure you couldn't have imagined watching that unfold 2 years ago that you'd be now standing here going into the final day of the season in that very same situation with Francis.
I'll say from day one of this season, no one can predict now to the meeting 88. But no matter win or lose, we earned 4 Group 3s in this season, and the number of winners is tremendous. So thanks to my team, really, the owners and the jockey for helping me win races, and of course the club's management has been supporting so much. So I'm looking forward to Sunday. I think we'll get an answer in 48 hours.
Well, look, best of luck on Sunday. It's going to be fantastic. You've kept it entertained all year as well. I'm really excited to see what you do with Galaxy Patch next year as well. So, Pierre, best of luck, and standing right behind you is your big rival as well is Francis, mentor, rival, Francis. Thank you for joining us as well. Much like Pierre, you must be very proud of your season so far. Just about a personal best season once more. But what would a championship mean to you to win on Sunday?
Championship means a lot of competition, especially the racing industry. You know? And I think, personally, I think it's recognition of profession as well.
And we saw Golden 60 recognised again tonight for the 4th time, champion miler, just incredible. Of all his performances, I'm sure they all mean something special, but to reclaim his crown this season, and his first race of the season, that must have been an incredible feeling for you, to deliver him there in December on the big day to win.
Yeah, he did. Golden 60, he did bring a lot of fans to us, and I really enjoyed it.
And as far as looking ahead, I suppose, to Sunday and what it might mean to win that championship, you seem to have handled the pressure of training Golden 60 all these big days as well very calmly. I never see you nervous, or you never show any nerves. Anyway, is it just all inside, or you're just very, very calm all the time?
Actually, racing is full of excitement, and I've been here for 40 odd years, and it trains me to focus for under kindness.
Well, you carry it and handle it all very well. And we talk about a lot the development of the horses here in Hong Kong, but also the people. And you've been an important part of Pierre's development. So that must give you a lot of pride to see him develop from an AT now to a trainer and fighting out this championship with you.
Yeah, the future, I think, belongs to the new generation. And of course, we are proud of his success, and I believe he is a valuable for the racing industry in future.
Yeah, very well said. And best of luck again for Sunday. Much as I said with Pierre, you've kept us entertained all season with this title race. So
thank you.
Best of luck to both of you on the weekend. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the highlight this evening, and that is presenting the 2023-2024 Horse of the Year.
跟住落嚟到大家期待已久嘅獎項啦，就係頒發2023至2024年度香港馬王嘅獎項。
There is no honour more prestigious or more coveted than the Horse of the Year award. It ranks amongst our highest accolades. These horses and their owners enter an elite circle and rate amongst the very best horses racing in the world.
香港馬王呢一個嘅獎項呢，係比其他獎項更加榮譽顯赫㗎。獲獎嘅馬匹同佢嘅主人將會成為國際馬壇中嘅頂尖精英，係最卓越嘅代表。
Tonight, another horse will join the esteemed list alongside some of our most legendary champions.
Now, we started off with an elite group of 13 horses that were in the running, and now we are down to the final 5.
And those 5 champions from this evening are Galaxy Patch, of course, the very versatile winner of this evening's Champion 4-year-old award for Pierre Ong. Our champion stayer this evening was 5G Patch, after that fantastic performance in the Champions and Chater Cup for trainer Tony Cruz. Our champion sprinter this evening was California Spangle, a Group 1 winner here in Hong Kong, and also that amazing victory in the Alquoz Sprints. Golden 60 took out the Champion Miler Award once more for the 4th time in succession and remains Hong Kong's highest earner to date. And finally was, of course, Romantic Warrior was our champion middle distance horse for the 3rd time this evening after a marvellous campaign internationally for him as well. Of those 5 of those here, of course, only one of them can be the Horse of the Year.
And this year, to bestow this esteemed award, we welcome to the stage again the chairman of the Hong Kong Jockey Club, Mr. Michael Lee. 再次我哋有請香港賽馬會主席利子侯先生嚟台上為我哋頒發香港馬王嘅獎項。
A very exciting moment. The Hong Kong Jockey Club Champion Awards Horse of the Year. The winner is Romantic Warrior, 浪漫勇士.
Securing his first Horse of the Year title after Group 1 success in Australia, Hong Kong and Japan is Romantic Warrior.
He's well clear of the Hong Kong Cup. He is the perfect racehorse, Romantic Warrior. He's blowing kisses to the crowd.
吸引都係我哋入馬房睇嗰次嗰隻馬嗰個現場觀感好好，好溫順同埋好有靈性。
一定係呢一隻係最好嘅，佢俾你嘅感覺嘅態度好定嗰隻馬係。
團隊將會帶領浪漫勇士參加國際一級賽國士盾，衝出香港，挑戰國際呢個使命，行出強勁嘅第一步。
Blood at the 200 took the front. Romantic Warrior the outside. Romantic Warrior, Mr. Brightside. Still Alligator Blood. Mr. Brightside coming at it with Romantic Warrior.
It means so much. I've had so much to do with him. And we won the good fight, baby!
不能形容咁激憤咯，即係喺個峰迴路轉，好開心，好開心。
Romantic Warrior's lead is a length over Luxembourg. He's going a great race. Straight Aaron, leader Romantic Warrior. He's clinging on, driving Romantic Warrior, I think.
I'm incredibly proud of him, and I'm very humbled to be able to be associated with a horse like that.
我感激嘅隻馬啦，真係佢表現無限嘅鬥心啦。
It's Romantic Warrior, a neck in front. The champ finds, lifts, wins. He's in front, the Warrior, of prognosis. What a ride, what a horse, and he wins it again. Romantic Warrior.
He's the undisputed champion. He deserves all the accolades he gets. I can't stress how much of a privilege it is to ride him.
Romantic Warrior's tucked in behind them, just off the speed. Romantic Warrior, he's hanging on. Oh, he's a star. Romantic Warrior takes out another Group 1.
He just goes out there, performs every time, and he's just an absolute warrior and champion.
因為好感動佢㗎真係，因為你知我同我阿頭愛倫咧就五個馬王㗎，我哋有，但我做咗成20年，我都一個都未試過。咁好彩呢次真係揾到浪漫勇士。
一個成就感係非常之重嘅咯。但係當嗰刻我哋諗下，我係好希望呢件賽衣係長期為馬會帶到啲刺激啊、興奮啊咁樣，佢都會付出佢嘅200%嘅氣力去爭取每個勝利嘅。
Ladies and gentlemen, don't let the applause stop. Please join me to congratulate and welcome Mr. Peter Lau Pak Fai to the stage. 恭喜晒浪漫勇士嘅馬主劉柏輝先生嘅 huge congratulations to Romantic Warrior, and to join him on stage is Danny Shum and James McDonald. So, Chairman, please present the award to Mr. Peter Lau for a photo, and also this beautiful painting. 嗱，除咗咧就係獲頒今年香港馬王嘅獎座之外啦，劉柏輝先生咧仲係獲贈咧本地年輕藝術家杜海泉先生咧創作嘅畫作㗎。再次咧，我哋有請主席咧就啱啱就係頒發咗呢一個香港馬王嘅獎座，係俾劉柏輝先生以及一幅靚畫嘅。大家留一留步，我哋再影多幅相先。Okay, let's look forward for a photo. We have a beautiful painting and of course our trophy. OK， 我哋先望後方嘅大會攝影師先，最後方嗰度，最後面嗰度冇錯啦。然之後我哋望一望台下位置，有2位攝影師喺呢一度都準備就緒啦。台下中間台下位置啦，冇錯。OK， 呢一張非常之有紀念價值嘅相啊！大家再次俾啲熱烈嘅掌聲，我哋2023至2024年嘅香港馬王浪漫勇士。好，劉生，你會唔會有幾句嘅得獎感言可以同我哋分享下呢？ Wow, it's a very...
To me, it seems like it was only yesterday, just like in the video show, I was standing here last year in this event, confirming our commitment in the Cox Plate. Between then and now, we have witnessed one of the most remarkable, if not the most remarkable result ever achieved by a racehorse in Hong Kong or even in the world. 5 consecutive G1 winners in 3 countries within one single season. Thank you. This result can only come from the perfect combination of meticulous training and super riding all season long. Now, I'm passing this microphone to this champion combination of our horse of the year, Danny.
多謝各位啊！唔係好識講嘢，我講中文啦嚇。真係好多謝，好感恩我有遇到浪漫勇士，好感恩劉柏輝先生聽我講就係揀咗嗰隻浪漫勇士喺拍賣會嗰度，好感恩馬會引入呢隻馬，好感恩近能揀咗呢隻馬，好 好感恩我哋有呢個麥道朗騎得神級嘅發揮。我睇咗好多次嘅真係。喂，點解有個騎師咁犀利嘅？點解可以有一個喺邊度嚟嘅？呢個騎師係好感恩有一個馬主，佢咁大勇氣。我朝早我最記得㗎啦，我喺馬房走緊馬嗰時，佢 text 俾我，佢話深思熟慮，佢要嚟澳洲跑葛士頓。我話喂，有3個 CT scan 嘅喎，對隻馬有啲影響喎。佢話唔怕啦，嗰隻杜拜安都咁贏啦，嚟啊，你去就得㗎啦。我話你一定啊嘛，佢一定。咁我哋就話俾佢聽，我會付出200%，我跟你一齊去嘅。你叫我去咩，我一定會做嘅。我話 Peter 俾咗好多嘅金句我嘅，其實佢話買馬可以買貴，就唔好買錯。仲有佢話佢付出咗，即係呢一世以後都好難遇到浪漫勇士嘅。呢個機會只係1%，但係佢付出200%去揾另外一隻浪漫勇士翻嚟。但我可以話俾佢聽，呢條路我會陪佢行，只要佢唔嫌棄我嘅話，我一定會陪佢行嘅呢條路。有幾辛苦，我都會同佢一齊行落去。我好多謝我馬房團隊蘇迪雄、劉家泰、賢仔、我釘及阿勤、就上按摩師 Tom Simpson 同埋我馬房所有員工，可以俾我哋好無故地咁樣去葛士頓、澳洲、去日本安田。我好多謝Peter 俾個機會我訓練隻馬，我真係可以做到。我好多謝我阿頭愛倫先生，佢教咗咁多知識，尤其是去外國嗰啲。但我一絲我都冇，我冇保留咁樣話翻俾佢哋聽嘅。我希望呢個傳承係一路繼續落去，我哋中國人係可以贏到外國賽事嘅。
哇！
我哋本土嘅香港練馬師，本土嘅中國人可以衝出去香港，為香港爭光，為我哋香港人做啲嘢嘅。我多謝我馬房團隊，我多謝我太太，佢係一個馴獸師嚟嘅。佢唔係喺嗰啲馬戲團咧做得咁叻，可以馴到我啲咁嘅野獸咁咪壞。我多謝我個仔，我由細好錫佢嘅，你已經係佢俾咗好大嘅動力我嘅。如果唔係我已經退咗休嘅，你應該係我唔會再做嘢，應該係。好多謝個個所有支持浪漫勇士、錫浪漫勇士、愛浪漫勇士嘅人。因為我都係好愛浪漫勇士，我好錫佢，我都係好中意佢嘅。多謝。
Thank you, Danny, for that very emotional and wonderful thank you speech. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to invite everyone to remain on stage, but step forward a little bit as we're going to invite you for the big group photo in just a few moments. 我哋邀請啦，我哋嘅主席啦，同埋劉生留一留步，我哋跟住落嚟咧就有一個嘅大合照環節啦。咁頭先咧，沈集成先生喺度致辭嘅時候，我都有諗緊，咦點樣翻譯咧咁激昂嘅一個致辭？咁就簡潔幾句啦。佢就係非常之感恩可以遇到浪漫勇士嘅馬主啦，同埋咧好似麥道朗咁出色嘅騎師啦。咁亦都提及到咧有一朝咧劉生就致電佢，就同佢講話要去澳洲參賽喎。咁佢就覺得咧係一個非常之大嘅挑戰，但係佢哋都係會面對嘅。好，跟住落嚟，我哋就可以進行我哋嘅合照環節啦。I think we're ready for the photo.
All right, well, let's welcome firstly back to the stage all of our stewards here this evening.
So for this group photo, let's invite the following stewards on stage. 我哋邀請我哋全體董事嚟到台上㗎，邀請我哋嘅全體董事可以嚟到台上。
Also, the CEO of the Hong Kong Jockey Club, Mr. Winfried Engelbert Breskets, please.
以及我哋嘅行政總裁應家柏先生。
The President of the Hong Kong Racehorse Owners Association, Mr. Jose Amar.
香港馬主協會會長馬博文先生。
and the chairman of the Association of Hong Kong Racing Journalists, Mr. Carlos Wu, also to join our award winners on stage this evening.
以及咧，我哋香港平馬同業協進會主席吳家樂先生一齊嚟到台上影張大合照。咁當然咧，亦都要邀請我哋今日嘅得獎者啦。Let's also welcome winner of the most improved horse and winner of Champion Griffin, owner of Kayin Rising, Kayin Syndicate. Let's welcome the owner representatives onto the stage.
The winner of the champion 4-year-old trophy this evening is, of course, the owners of Galaxy Patch and Mr. Young Kin Man.
Okay, let's invite our owners. 我哋嘅今日得獎嘅馬主同埋代表咧，可以嚟到台上一齊咧，就影呢一張非常之有紀念價值嘅大合照㗎。有請大家記得攞埋你哋嘅獎狀一齊嚟到台上啊！ Next, let's invite winner of Champion Stayer, owner of 5G Patch, Miss Lam Wai Ying.
Winner of the Champion Sprinter, owner of California Spangle, is the executors of the estate of the late Howard Liang Yongqing.
And of course, let's welcome the winner of Champion Miler, owner of Golden 60, Mr. Stanley Chang Karlung.
The final award tonight was the champion middle distance horse, and Mr. Peter Lau Pakpai is already on stage with connections.
So let's welcome. Strong arms, Mr. Tony Cruz. You got this. Oh. And also another award won by Romantic Warrior. And also to, okay, this is everyone on stage. Let's look straight at the back at all our media friends and our official photographers. Right at the back. 我哋望望最後方我哋高企嘅大會攝影師，冇錯啦。 Big smile on your faces and the trophy showing. And a video, of course. 我哋仲要拍攝一條短片，大家可以望望我哋嘅 videographer。我哋再次俾啲熱烈掌聲。我哋今年2023至2024香港賽馬會冠軍人馬獎所有嘅得獎者。 Thank you so much and congratulations once again. Wow, what an evening. Also wrapping up a fabulous one-liner also from Mr. Danny Shum. You can buy an expensive horse, but don't buy the wrong horse.
Right, I was clapping along with Danny. I wasn't entirely sure what I was clapping along to, but it was very passionate.
But it was very passionate indeed. Please take a seat, everyone.